what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL. Daniel Saludo here, along with Andrew Chang. We are taking you through the early 2020 Week 3 NFL games, and we are at the last one, which is the Chicago Bears taking on the Atlanta Falcons. We'll get to that. Just stay with me. Stay with me. All right, you all right? Stay with me.
Yeah, I'm just choking a little bit.
Choking a little bit. Atlanta is the favorite in this game. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Atlanta is the favorite in this at -3, and your total is 47.5. So Chicago gets teased up to +9. Atlanta gets teased across the 0 to +3. Your over gets teased down to 41.5, and your under gets teased up to 53.5. So you all right?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I just felt like I got my second win, and I'm ready to make a commitment on this bet.
All right.
Which I think will surprise a lot of people, because it even surprised myself.
And me too.
Yeah, because I think you know where I'm going with. I'm going with the Birds.
He's taking Hotlanta. He's taking Hotlanta.
Atlanta, okay?
That's dangerous. That's so dangerous considering what happened in that last game,
But
dude.
at the same time, it's still, I think, okay.
I think it is. It feels safer in terms of spread teasers because you would deem Atlanta to just win this game outright. So, excuse me, I don't blame you for taking that. I mean, if I was just betting spreads on teasers, I would probably lean that way as well. But I feel like in the previous video that we talked about in the Cincinnati-Philadelphia game, there's something else in here that I deem as absurd value based on the matchup.
And that is
the over.
Number?
That is the over. 41.5. Atlanta always puts up points, and their defense is god-awful garbage.
Oof.
So,
okay.
over. 41.5. This is only 1 point more than this Philly and Cincy game. So 20 to 23 gets you on over it easy. Atlanta put up they got smoked by the Seahawks, but they put up still 28, I think, in that game. They put up a ton in the Dallas game, so they can score. Chicago, when they played Detroit, put up 24 or 21 or 24 or possibly 28 in the game, but they did that against a depleted secondary of the Detroit Lions, and Atlanta's defense is absolutely terrible. So with a lot of scoring in mind, give me the over.
I can deal with that. The fact that Atlanta could just get the over by themselves.
They actually really could. 42 points, that is 6 touchdowns, actually.
Okay, I like
6
that.
touchdowns for Atlanta.
But if you...
And they are in a dome at home. Of course, Atlanta always plays well in a dome.
And if you think about it, I don't know what the teaser line was for Cowboys and Atlanta, but they should have still covered even if after that terrible loss.
Where is it?
And we're about to get fact-checked here. But I think this is very much a bounce-back game.
They covered. Yeah, both teasers covered.
Oh, yeah.
Because Dallas won, and it was +10.5 Atlanta. Both teasers covered.
Wait, +10.5 Atlanta? Yeah. Oh, well then,
both teasers
shoot.
covered.
Then I definitely like the value of Atlanta can be able to lose by 3.
Yeah.
And, the fact that they had, there will be some pressure in this game for Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to come out the gates swinging. I think, they're just going to throw these long bombs, and they're going to say that, hey, we can hold on to this lead. It's either that or, you know what, we might not be able to hold on to this lead, but we're going to keep scoring.
Yeah, we're going to outgun you.
So
basically.
I do like the over, but I just feel that Trubisky, he's Trubisky.
Yeah, I know that. I said it last week. I don't trust him. I still don't trust him this week.
But you're getting the over. But I think you're putting more trust that Atlanta's will get you the over,
yeah,
than the Bears.
Essentially,
which I can agree.
Essentially, I need Atlanta to score 4 touchdowns. No, sorry. 28 is 4 touchdowns. Yeah, so then that would back up Chicago scoring 3 touchdowns. That's kind of scary to think about, but they put up 3 touchdowns on Detroit, and I think it's gettable enough because Atlanta's defense is god awful. They're one of the worst in the league. I mean, Atlanta could also score 35, and then Chicago only have to score 14.
Yeah,
That's more possible then.
That's definitely
that's more
possible.
possible.
Yes. But in any case, I think that Atlanta has this kind of in the bag.
I wouldn't call it that, man.
Oh,
that just
come
last
on,
week
man.
alone and the stupidity that they had makes me feel like they may not. No win is a guarantee now for the Atlanta Falcons.
But you know what? It doesn't matter because they still covered that teaser line.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm still thinking that it's extremely good value. If Atlanta was favored to Atlanta was +4?
Yeah, they were 4.5.
4.5.
They covered it on their own without the teaser.
Right. So I think that's pretty good value, and I think this is pretty good value for the points. Seeing that Atlanta is favored to win, which honestly they should. It's the Bears, right? But we can't forget the Bears' defense is.
It's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. They still got Khalil Mack, so.
Right, and that might put a damper on your over, but as you can see, you still
exactly. Atlanta puts points up. That's just what they do.
So if you're confident in Atlanta getting most of the over, I'm super confident.
Means you're confident with
that Atlanta will.
Then you bring up a really good point because that a high over coincides with Atlanta scoring a lot of points, thus they should win. I totally get that, and that makes a lot of sense. So good call, man.
I don't want to drag this on, but we just talked about a bet that you missed. You remember that?
Yeah, in the New Orleans Tampa Bay, yeah.
Right.
Because I wasn't paying attention to.
Could this be another situation where you would say, okay, maybe Atlanta and the over on the same game?
No.
Ooh.
No.
Just
in case Atlanta drops the ball, and somehow Trubisky is just as good as. Theoretically, he's supposed to be.
You're taking a trip to the Twilight Zone. You're taking the warp pipe into a secret world right now.
Yeah, I know.
There's no way.
It's almost 2 a.m. in Houston. And I'm a little tired, so yeah,
but
maybe.
With that reasoning, if they drop the ball, then your over's dead anyway. And
that's not necessarily true.
And you're so high on the over.
No, because Chicago can help cover it. No, I think Chicago can get 21 points on the board.
Ooh, what? Okay, well.
They did it against Detroit.
A depleted
and
Detroit.
They put up a lot of points on the Giants as well, and the Giants don't have a great defense either.
Just remember what you said.
I get it.
I
100% get it.
Trubisky.
I don't trust him to win games. I still think he's overrated, but he's making me question it. Just because they can put up some points. So I only need him to put up like some points. 17.
Okay.
17. And then Atlanta covers the rest of it, which they will.
And if he's that confident that Atlanta will, then I'm that confident that Atlanta's not going to lose. So.
All right. There you go.
There you go.
Good commentary, good analysis from Andrew Chang over here.
Well, I just be totally wrong.
We could both be totally wrong. This could be a low-scoring game with David Montgomery and just 2 touchdowns and 1 field goal, and
Atlanta wins. Just crumbling under pressure, just like, we're gonna, do
not likely to happen, but it's in the realm of possibilities. Very much in the realm of possibilities. But again, I like the over. I deem this game just because Atlanta's in it. It's going to be high scoring. It should be enough to help them get over.
Man.
Andrew likes taking Atlanta across the 0 to +3 because he deems Atlanta should just win it. But in case there's a backdoor field goal, or it's a 20-21 loss for them, then he's good.
It's gonna be an interesting Sunday afternoon.
Early afternoon games are gonna be really interesting, and I don't know if I'm gonna be fully set to bet these early games because I have a lot of question marks in talking with Andrew and going through these videos. But that's the reason why we like going through these, is because I have a perspective, I have a bit of analysis that I've got. Andrew's got a little bit more feel, has a different perspective and opinion on it, and makes, okay, that's a really good point. Yeah, if it's gonna go over, then that should mean Atlanta should be the one putting up a lot of points and thus winning. So that's a really good point in this, and it's actually not a bad idea to, if you're gonna bet a single game with a single line, you can run with Atlanta +3 over 41.5. I have a bit of an if. I had an if in the Thursday night game, and look what happened.
Oh, man.
It was right.
Oh, my. So, you got to throw that out. Hey, like I said, America, I'm playing from behind, And you know what? Even a
He's gonna have like 6 bets out by Sunday. That's
even a
terrible.
broken clock is
right twice a day. Yeah,
All right?
we know. We know, man.
Oh God.
Yeah, so Andrew, uncover your face, man. You'll be okay. Don't worry. You won't be choking. Maybe Atlanta will, but
No one's even. Yo, you don't need that for your over, okay? You need the.
no. Actually them choking on letting a team score enough points on them. That actually does help the over, because that means the other team scores a ton of points on them.
Yeah, but what if they don't come back? What if they
don't
just
have they?
What if it just ends up 35-0? How sad would you be?
I wouldn't mind because I didn't bet the game. I'm not betting this game, so I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, it says that. Oh, this is over. I like it.
I like it a lot.
You know?
It's a big lean for me. Is it a bettable lean? Maybe. I like the previous one of Philly and Cincy to go over a little bit more because I deem that to be more shootout.
Oh my god.
But we'll see. This is good. We have a lot of different picks in the early games that we both differ on, so we'll get to see which one of us has a little bit more in this. But until then, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. Don't forget, if you like the information you got in this video, give it a thumbs up, tick the notification bell, select all, subscribe. That way you know when our next videos are coming up. But until then, for the late afternoon games, which we have coming soon in the next day or so, don't forget to get your bets in, get your money in on time, and of course, don't forget to be a tease.